Well, howdy, friends. John, Somerset, Kentucky. I love it when the audience shows up. Don't have much of an audience, but what I do for this, I do for my friends more than anything else. Uh, got a little collaboration review going on tonight. Nothing fancy, pretty simple. Got my little bald headed pig here. His name's Magnum. Rub his bald head for good luck. Feller by the name of Average Joe MRE sent me that, and I'll go into that here in just a few minutes. I'll get back there where everybody can see. It's kind of at the bottom of the screen. Kind of got a packed table right now. Uh, Part of the menu I've fixed ahead, saved a little bit of time because I'm going to do some talking tonight. Most of you know I like to do a little bit of talking. Uh, there'll be a few items. I'm going to show you everything in this meal. Some of them, it's about 1:30 of the night, so coffee and stuff like that. I'm gonna save for the morning, but I'll show everything in it, and we'll go from that. And well, let's get this started. Tonight we're going to do a collaboration review with Average Joe MRE, person I mentioned here. I'll set my bald headed pig to the side, Mr. Magnum. Uh, we've talked. He sent me some stuff, and well, so far we've got along pretty good. Of course, I try to get along pretty good with anybody in this community. Um, he was requesting wanted to do a collaboration. Trouble was, I could not find the exact meal here in my town. Some days I can find everything, and some days I can find nothing. And I'll go into a trade to how this worked out. But let's see, just some shout outs before I get started on this. Miss Renee, hope you're feeling better. Uh, that's my rock or something that Miss Renee Allen made for me many moons ago. I've got some more names I'll mention as we go through. Now, tonight's collaboration between me and Average Joe is a 2020 Menu 9 beef stew. Now, this is an Ameriqual. I've unboxed everything, but to prove it's Ameriqual, there, y'all know if it's Ameriqual, you got that double packaging. Now, sometimes the Patco and Warnick do in theirs. That's because everybody trades components, and sometimes Ameriqual will send some stuff to Sapatco or Warnick or some of the others. But if it's double packaged, it originally came from Ameriqual. And I'm starting to move stuff around now, and I'll prove it is Ameriqual. I just, oh, there we are. Boy, this glare. I'm in a different position, same table, just a different position than that. Let's see. I want to finish my shout outs. As soon as I find the rest of my shout outs. Okay. Average Joe, MRE. He's the one I'm doing the collaboration with. And he wanted this meal. Well, I couldn't get it locally, but I found a gentleman by the name of Mark Crasher, Mark Crasher Reviews, and I got my finger to where you can't see that, and the lights are on. Anyway, that's one of his little signatures there. he sent me some stuff, and I greatly appreciate that, Mac. A couple more shout outs. Normally, if I were drinking a hot drink, I'd have my foreign MRE mug. But it's cold drinks tonight. It's too late. And buddy over in Leicester, England, Michael Green, uh, helped me out more than once, and sometimes I use your cup as well. Tonight, neither one are going to be used. Okay, and trying to think. Oh, this tray, I'm gonna. I know it's gonna be a rough jiggling and juggling. This tray is from Animal Free MRE. That's the first tray I ever had, and I still drag it out as much as I can. And if I use the light tray, normally I use a dark towel, and if I use the dark tray that Joe sent me, I'll use a lighter towel, but I just mixed and matched tonight. It's been a rough week, and I'm just trying to get through it and give you all a little bit of fun along the way. Again, this is a 2020 Menu 9 beef stew collaboration with Average Joe MRE, and meal came from Mark Crasher. It was a trade, and as far as I know, both of us are happy with everything. Well, included. Okay, let's start with the stuff you probably will not see tonight. That is included: Skittles, sour. I can get I'm trying to keep moving it and keep the glare off of it. Sour does not bother me. Skittles, however, are very rough on your teeth. I'm knocking on 60 years old, and certain candies do not work well with my teeth. They either remove the fillings or the teeth. This is one of them. So I will not be using that tonight, and I hope you understand. Let's go with the accessory pack first. Uh, Imagine that. We have matches, white tip. You know, everybody always talks about what color tip. As long as they light, I don't care if it's pink, red, blue, white, whatever. But we all have to say that. Now, that is a big pack of salt. I'm going to set that right here because I may use that shortly. Outer covering of said accessory pack. Creamer for, let's try to change that. I don't want to get too close and I don't want to get too far away. There's creamer for the coffee, which I will not use tonight. There's the sugar that I will not use tonight. And there's the coffee instant type 3 I will not use tonight. These will be used early in the morning. As I said, I'm knocking on 2 o'clock in the morning here, so I don't really need no coffee right now. We have the hot beverage bag. We've all seen them. American made. No guess it in the bottom. Canada's got our butts whipped on that, y'all. As always, the FRH flameless ration heater is included. Save time. Number one, I boil the main in water. And number two, my luck with FRHs lately have been uh, less than perfect. If I get 2 out of 10 at work, that's one of my better days. FRH spoon, don't need it tonight, and you know why. Now, go into that in a minute. What I do intend, and about the time I start doing this, I get the hiccups. Let me get a drink of water here. do intend on using tonight is beef stew. And I will try to get the nutritionals somewhere in the range you can see. Inside this outer sleeve, the meal is in there, preheated. I'll set it right here right now. And find where the glare is not on that. I've got to figure out a better setup for this. Trans fat free vanilla pound cake. And again, I'm going to move in and out and adjust accordingly. And if you are interested in the nutritionals, that is what we have. Most of us in this hobby, well, it says nutritionals. There's not a great deal of nutritional to this. It gets you by with what you got. So I'm going to set that to this side for just a minute. And the camera's going to be jerky, and the way I've got it set up, it's going to be bounced around a little bit along the way. We have multigrain snack bread. Again, I'm trying to move it in one form or another to where somewhere along the way you can see part of it. When I get the camera set in, I think the meal will do all right, but trying to show packages is just a whole different ball game. Like I said, not going to do the coffee tonight. I do have a cold drink, lemon lime flavored, no fruit juice. We all know what that means. It's pretty well artificially flavored, and that's what we're used to in MREs. Some of the foreign rations do a whole lot better to their soldiers, and you know, give them some fruit juice and a little bit of everything else. Should I need it? And probably will. Bouillards, pepper sauce. I have no problem with this item. I love Tabasco. I love most hot sauces. This is pretty close to Tabasco because it does use Tabasco peppers. So this is a favorite of mine. See, I done showed the salt. I'll probably may have to. Cheese spread. Need it. I have the need to need. Okay, that should be a start, and we'll use that on the snack bread after a while. We have chiclet gum, or chiclet style gum. Rephrase. Don't want to do any infringements on trade right laws. Moist towelette. Got our white John Wayne paper, newer version, so it's white. Some of the old brown bag ones, they used to have the blue John Wayne paper. I've only had one or two of them. Of course, I only done one or two brown bag ones because they're sort of a gamble, friends. And I said earlier, I didn't need to use that plastic MRE spoon. I've got my foreign MRE titanium spork here, and thought I'd throw them in since I didn't use their cup tonight to do coffee. I'll use it in the morning, but ain't no use in making just a review on coffee unless I find some extra cookies and snacks around. Well, I've got plenty of leftovers like everybody else does, but we'll see what breakfast does. But let's worry about getting through this one. No, met Joe MRE, Average Joe, a few months ago, I keep as many people as I'm subscribed to, I still subscribe to more. And I can't watch the ones that I subscribe to. I don't have the time, or haven't until the last few months. I'm slowly catching up. And if I did miss your review, it's out of, I just missed it. Anybody that I'm subscribed to that comes in on my feed, I will watch with every effort I can do when I have time. So if you didn't get a comment from me, it's because I missed it. But sooner or later, I'll catch up with it. So uh, we're going to do a little bit different this time, since I already got the beef stew sitting out here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open the main first. Then I'll plate the sides, and after that, we just may see what part of this tastes like. No, Joe had it in his head he wanted to do a collaboration review with a beef stew, and I tried looking around here, Somerset. Whoop, I just about made a mess. I make too much of one. Mama Bear is not going to be happy with me. I got to watch how much I spill and make sure I get it cleaned up by the time she gets out of bed in the morning. It's funny, he wanted this one. While I was doing research, I found out he done this exact meal about a year ago. Well, not the exact meal, but he's done the beef stew review. But that's what he wanted me to do, and I couldn't find one in town. And Brother Crasher, he said, "Well, I got one." I said, "Well, I'll see what he offered to send it to me." I said, "No, let me see what I can find to just kindly pay you back, a little bit before you send it to me." And he agreed to that. And like I said, him and me get along pretty good too. But it's funny, the beef stew. Let me change this camera just a little bit. Okay, now we can get the plate kind of centered a little bit better. And beef stew is not the most exciting meal, but there's an old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Beef stew, chili mac, most of the pasta dishes last quite well over the years, and everybody likes them. That's why they're still around. They don't get phased out like some of the other rations do. Excuse me. I'm going to mix up a fruit drink here. Starting to get a little bit of a dry throat, so I need me a drink. So that was the, after I done ripped it, you ain't gonna see it. That was the lemon lime flavored, no fruit juice drink. Lemon lime is one of my favorite drinks. If I want a Gatorade or something, that's usually the flavor I'll get it in. I'm going to stir it once, set it aside, and before we get ready to get everything done, I'll mix it up again. Because sometimes it takes a little while to get that sediment in the bottom to mix up, and this one's going to be no exception from what I see right now. So I'm going to set that to the side. And let's see. This one is our snack bread. Right there's what it looks like. Most of us know what it looks like. And there's the descant. Do not eat. Thank you, G. Schultz. If you hadn't have done had that trademark, I'd be using that. So, and we have trans fat free pound cake, vanilla flavor. So we're going to put that right there. And again, another oxygen absorber. Do not eat. I'll have to adjust this camera again. In just a second. Okay, we're slowly getting to the right place. Cheese spread. Go ahead and tear the corner off of that. I know I'm going to use it. Put that right there. Napkins, wet nap, salt, and hot sauce. All nice and handy. Well, first of all, what I'm going to do I'm going to stir up the lemon lime drink again. Make sure everything's where it should be. First of all, trying plain, coming in on the other side. Beef stew. See, in this one I got beef, some potatoes, there's carrots in there, and a few other vegetables, peas. Let's see. There's a bite with some peas and carrots. Another good piece of beef. Again, this is good, but it can always be, you know, kicks up a little notch. Let's put, just before I go to my snack bread, let's put a little bit of cheese in here. A little bit of the hot sauce. Change that camera angle. Like I said, it's been one of them weeks and staying on right now until I'm trying to do this review. A little bit of hot sauce coming down. Back to the side. With that, I probably don't need too much salt. I'm going to put just a drop. We'll mix it up and try another bite. Whoop. I'd say that'd be enough as long as I get that mixed up. That was a little bit more than what I wanted to put in there, but you know what it's like trying to pour out of these little pouches. So sometimes you get a little bit more than you want to. Let's see what that bite tastes like. That, my friends, is rocking. That's how it should be. A little bit more. That cheese spread. Get some out on the snack bread. You know, I'd hope to get a little bit more than that, but there's still some more I can squeeze out if I need to. Of course, you broke in half. Well, I'll just go ahead and put the cheese on the small half. Cheese spread is fresh, good and salty. Snack bread itself is a little bit plain, so a little bit salty on the cheese makes it all average out pretty good. Go ahead and put a little dunk down there in the gravy down that beef stew. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, friends. Getting dry mouth, and I bumped the camera again, sorry. A little bit of lemon lime. Whoop. Okay. At least you fell off before I dropped it in the floor, reaching around the camera. Beef stew is an exceptional meal, and it goes back to if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leave it like it is. That's a good meal. Average Joe MRE, you picked a good one to do. I'm right with you on that. So, another drink. I have not tried the pound cake yet. Let's get a piece of pound cake here. That's as fresh as if it was made yesterday. That is sweet, not overly sweet, but it's good and sweet. No problem whatsoever. On a grading scale, to me, it's a simple meal, and I'm saving the coffee, creamer, sugar, and a few other things back. But this is a 10 out of 10 meal. There's not one bad item on anything I've tried. And it'd be hard to find better pressed a meal than this. Components are solid, main is solid. Jazz it up a little bit with, a little bit of hot sauce, a little bit of salt, and, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of snack bread. You're just not going to beat it. That's about as good as it gets. I mean, I've had good MREs and bad MREs. It's hard to beat the staples. Something simple like beef stew. It's hard to beat. It and any of the pasta mains. All these beat the heck out of the omelet and the five fingers of death and the chicken olive thing and a bunch of the others. If something's been around for 15, 20, or 20 more years, you know it's solid. And people stand back. You get rid of a good meal, soldiers are going to tell you about it. You get rid of a bad meal, they're going to thank you. Nothing wrong with this beef stew. Again, Joe, I couldn't ask for better call. Want to do a tag team collaboration together, and I hope my part does you justice. And I called out some other friends tonight, and got a bunch more to call out, but it's hard to mention everybody in just one, one little review. Again, Brother Crasher, I keep wanting to say Crasher, the way your name's spelled. Brother Crasher, thank you for arranging this trade for me. I appreciate it greatly. And uh, me and Joe, we're going to try to upload the same day. I'm sure somebody's will be first or second. Whoever gets there first, as soon as the second one gets there, we're going to put the link to the other review and let y'all watch it. Hope I gave you just a little bit of entertainment this evening, and hope everything come out well on the review. I'm going to double check my camera here in just a minute, so we'll find out. I'm hoping for the best, because I don't mind losing one of my own meals, but if something I'm doing with somebody else, it just burns my butt if something goes wrong. But so far, the camera looks like it's filming. Everything's drink to the main, to the sides. Everything I've tried is 100% right, spot on. Oh, got to get me a piece of gum here. Get one of them. Chew in a minute and fresh as can be. 2020, menu 9. Can't ask for no better, friends. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I know you'll like Joe's better than mine. Thank you, Brother Crasher, for helping me come up with this meal. Everybody out there, remember what good people we have in this community. I mean, same hobby, everybody likes each other, gets along with each other. If the whole world got along the way we do here in this little community of ours, the world would be a whole lot better place. I'm going to say good night for Somerset, Kentucky. Peace and prayers. Hope everybody's safe and sound. Y'all need me, holler. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.